Welcome to MLS Now. I'm Jason Seguini, and we're taking a look at the Eastern Conference Championship between the New York Red Bulls and the New England Revolution with each team's respective beat writer. Let's start off by welcoming in Franco Panizo, the beat writer for the New York Red Bulls. And Franco, we saw how important leg one can be when New England went to Columbus and put 4 goals on the board, really turning that series upside down. So what is the mood now in New York Red Bulls camp ahead of this important leg one?
Oh, wait, you just said it, man. It is a big deal. It's a big deal for the fan base. It's a big deal for the club. The club itself as well. They're very focused, very eager, and very anxious to get this one going. They've been on a good playoff run, pretty much unprecedented playoff run. And spoke to them yesterday. They're very focused about this first leg, focusing completely on the first leg, not worrying about the game at Gillette yet. And they just want to take the W here on Sunday in front of a sold-out crowd at Red Bull Arena.
Next up, I want to ask you about the left back situation for New York, and it's a big talking point now with Roy Miller suspended. So where does that stand? What do you expect Mike Pecky to do when Sunday rolls around?
That's actually a pretty tricky situation for Mike Pecky and the Red Bulls right now, because with Roy Miller suspended, Ambroise Oyungo is the de facto backup at left back, and Mike Pecky maybe was a little emotional after the DC win and kind of admitted that, something he rarely does, that Oyungo would start. And Oyungo right now is on his way back to New York from playing for Cameroon on international duty. So he's supposed to arrive on Thursday night, won't be able to train until Friday, and then he's got to catch up on a week and a half of preparation in a matter of 2 days to start on Sunday. But I expect him to be in the lineup regardless of that. He's a fearless guy. He can defend capably, and he can get forward. So I'd expect him at left back on Sunday.
Finally, let's get to the key to the match presented by the all-new Kia Sedona. What's the key for New York, Franco?
Funny enough, I asked a few members of the team yesterday what the key was, and I got different answers from all of them. For me, though, the key to the game and the key to the series is just the battle in the midfield. You have Caldwell, Nguyen, and Jones, who have been such a big part of the Revolution's success the last few months. And on the Red Bull side, you have Nguyen, who sounds like he will start again. You have Dax McCarty and Eric Alexander, who have also played a big role in this recent good run of form for the Red Bull. So I think the battle in the midfield is going to be fun to watch, but it's also going to be the most important aspect of the series.
Thanks, Franco. Now I'll welcome in Craig Forde, the New England Revolution beat writer. And Craig, New England lost both matchups during the regular season to New York, but both were pre-Jermaine Jones. So how does this new-look Revs team match up better with New York?
Well, Jason, you make a good point, obviously, with this team being a lot different since Jermaine Jones arrived. But this team was kind of trending upwards after that August 2nd debacle that they had down there in New York. They're a lot more confident, 11-1-2 since that game, and they've overcome a couple of hurdles where they were conceding first and kind of falling back, and they were having trouble holding leads, and they were having trouble getting results on the road. All of that's kind of they've been able to overcome all that at this point, and that's why they're at the point where they are now.
Well, at this point in the season, everyone knows that Nguyen is the guy who is going to burn you for the Revs. So why haven't teams been able to stop him yet?
Yeah, his skill is off the charts. His ability to work with the ball at his feet, coming across a defense, is it's been showcased throughout the season. And another part of his game that maybe isn't as a brighter spotlight on it is his ability to get into open spaces with his teammates, getting him that ball, finding great chances for him to get shots on net, which he converts 44% of the time. He's got 10 goals at home, 10 goals away. Defenses are having a hard time figuring them out. They still haven't yet.
Now let's get to the key to the match presented by the all-new Kia Sedona. Craig, Franco pointed to the midfield for New York being key. What is your key to the match for the Revs?
For the Revs, it's going to be their outside backs. Andrew Farrell should be returning to the fold. Chris Tierney, a veteran of this team. They need to do a good job in limiting the opportunities that Thierry Henry and Lloyd Sam have with regards to getting that ball into the box. Obviously, we know once they get it into the box, Wright Phillips is absolutely deadly with it. So they want to make sure those guys don't get in behind him, and they want to maybe use that to produce a counterattack, get that ball back into the midfield and get it moving back forward on the other end.
Thanks, Craig. And again, thanks to Franco. Be sure to tune in to leg one of this aggregate series between the New York Red Bulls and New England Revolution, Sunday, 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time on NBC.